Welcome back. Now let's solve one of our previously solved examples on Abaqus. We will solve a truss here on Abaqus, the shown truss here. We will start by sketching. We have in our module a drop-down menu here, and we will pass through these facilities. Now let's create a part. Use this icon to create the part. Let's call it truss 1 for example. Modeling 3D in space, type deformable, and the shape we will go to wire. This solid option is concerned with rolled sections. The shell is concerned with drawing center lines and assigning thicknesses. Beams or wire are lines and assign the section. That's the simplest and easiest way for now. Let's take this. This really controls the grid on which we will draw our truss. Let's have it say 10,000. It's really not that much important now. And continue. Here we have our grid. Now the easiest way to draw, we scroll. The easiest way to draw our truss is to have a rectangle controlling the outer dimensions, then plot the internal members. So we have 1.5 meters, 3 meters, making a total of 6 meters height and a total of 18 meters width. Now we will start sketching our example or our truss using millimeters. In Abaqus, there is no drop-down menu for units, but there are standard categories. You can just look it up on Google. There are categories to choose from. So we will choose millimeters for length, tons for forces, megapascal for stresses. These units match together. Okay, we will start drawing a rectangle. Choose the icon of rectangle from here. Just click on the center 0, 0 here and click anywhere else. We have our rectangle drawn. Then we dimension here. Just click the first point of the line you want to dimension, the second point here, and click the location for the dimension. The new dimension, we must keep an eye here really. The new dimension is 18,000 millimeters. Enter. Now we want to dimension the height, so just click here. The second point to dimension, here it says the second vertex for the dimension, just click here. Click the location for the dimension and apply 6,000 here. Now we have our rectangle, just we scroll using the mouse to have it here. Good practice to move this rectangle at the origin. So let's go to move. We have our icon here. If we left click here, we have several options: rotate, translate, scale, mirror. We just use translate. Select the type of translation, copy or move. We want to move the whole item here. So we just click move. Select the entities to translate. So we'll select this whole rectangle. Done. which means that the entity is selected. Pick a start position for the translation. So let's click this corner. We want to have it here. Let's scroll. And here we have our rectangle moved so that one corner of it is coincident with the origin of the XY axis. Now we scroll here. Let's pan using this icon, pan view here. Let's scroll now to have a full insight. Escape to get out of the scroll and the pen, and then we will start sketching the members. Let's have just a line connecting A to B, and therefore the coordinates of this line, here it says create lines, so we will create a line joining A and B. Let's use the coordinates of A now. Pick a starting point, so we will apply the coordinates x, y. We have 0 in the x direction and 3000 in the y direction. Here's the first point. The second point, we have 18,000 in the x direction and 3000 in the y direction. Here's our second point. Just escape to get out of the order of the line. Now we need to apply another member. Let's say G, M, and MC. If you draw one line, GC, it will be considered as one member. So, to be on the safe side, let's apply AM. We have the line activated. This is point A, just click it. And the other coordinate of M will be 3000 in the X direction, 3000, and 4500 in the Y direction. Yes, let's continue. MF, just click here to have your other line and escape. Now you can have the vertical line. You can really draw the way you are convenient with. Let's click line again and draw CM. Now C has the coordinates of 3000 in the X direction and 3000 in the Y direction. Just join it here and have the rest of the line or the other member MG, 3000 in the X direction and 6000 in the Y direction. We have our line here. Now let's plot HN. Okay, H has a coordinate of 9000 in the X direction. So here, click line and 9000 in the X direction, 6000 in the Y direction. We have our first point H here. To have the N, we just click 6000 in the X direction and 3000 in the Y direction. Connect N to G and press escape. Now to have the point D or the line DC, we apply create line and we click the coordinates of D, which is 6,000 in the X direction and 0 in the Y direction. Click the coordinates of C, or just click this point and escape. We have another line here joining D and N. And press escape. Now we are done with nearly half the truss. Here the right part is really a mirror to the left part. So let's have the line of the mirror. Click line, click on the point H, and to apply, and we must have this a truly vertical line, or let's have it using coordinates. Better 9,000 in the X direction and say 0 in the Y direction. Press escape. Now we need to move the outline of this shape, which is the previously drawn rectangle. Let's go here to the delete option, click it and choose the lines to be deleted. See here, when you click on GH, the whole top chord is selected and therefore it must be deleted and redrawn just to achieve separate members. Done. And the delete icon is activated. Choose this bottom chord and done. And then choose this line and pressing the shift button on the keyboard, you can add to your selection this line and click done. One more line must be deleted, which is this line, and click done from the bottom here. Now we are ready to add the members AF, FG, GH, press escape and add the members AC, OK, press escape. Take care we can't add a lower member here passing by D, or else after the mirror it will be considered as two members. We really have DE here as one member. So let's start our mirror. Press here and keep pressing and go to the mirror icon. You observe that it changes here. It says select the type of mirror, copy or move. We use copy because we want to keep our original left part. And it says pick the line mirror. We have already done this line mirror. Select the entities to mirror, and using a box selection, we will select all these members. Done. Now we have here our right part. We just add a line between D and E. Escape, and we go back to the delete icon to delete this extra member here and press done. Now we must connect CN. We have another line CN here. We use 2 clicks between the points. Escape activate the line again and have the corresponding line on the right part, and escape. Here we are done with our truss. It says down sketch the section for the wire. The sketch is already completed. Just press done.